and then fold forward. And then we're gonna pulse one leg and pulse the other leg. And we'll do that a few more times. So inhale up and fold forward. And then we pulse again. We pulse one side and then pulse the other side. Let's just do that again. This is kind of to stretch out the hip. And then the other side. All right, let's go into a few lunges. So we lunge back and we'll just pulse here. And then switch legs, lunge back and pulse. I'm kind of trying to go to the beat to this music, so it makes sense. Let's switch again. We pulse. Good. And then one more time. Awesome. Let's do some squats now. We just squat and lift and squat and lift. We're going to fold forward and then round the body all the way up. We'll do that again. So it's a squat and stand, squat and stand, then round over and roll up. We're going to lunge to the side now. So it's just a side lunge here and stand, a side lunge and stand. My earbuds fell out. Let's stay there. And then a big reach if you want to. Let's go to the other side. So we lunge and lift, lunge and lift, and a big reach, big stretch that way. And then let's go all the way from the top. We'll do the same thing again. So inhale up and then fold forward. Repulse the right leg or whichever leg you want and the other. We'll do that one more time. Inhale up and fold forward and pulse. Maybe your fold is a little deeper now. We're going to lunge back with the right leg, this time opening the shoulders. So just kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Other leg. Little pulses here. We'll do that again. We lunge, squeezing the shoulder blades together, trying to open up the chest. One more, other side. Good, let's do the squats again. If you want, you can lift your arms up in the air, like a chair pose. Good, and then we round over, bend the knees, round up. We got a new music. Let's wait till we hear this beat. Let's squat again. We squat and down, up, and lift the arms if you want. Then round over. Roll all the way up. We're gonna do those side lunges one more time. So to the side and up, to the side and up. And now adding the arm, a stretch and a pull, stretch and a pull to the other side, down and up and down and up and stretch and pull and stretch and pull. Let's go through the whole thing one more time. Inhale up and fold forward. We pulse the right and pulse the left. One more time. Inhale up and fold and pulse. Beautiful. Back to those lunges. We lunge back, opening the chest, little pulses here, and other side. We'll go right into the squats. Raise the arms if you want, and up, and squat, and up, round over, and then bend the knees, round up. That should feel really good. Let's do that again. We squat, and lift, and squat, and lift, and round over, and round up. Last time for those side lunges, we go down and up, and down and up, and then a stretch, and stretch. Other side, last time, down and up, and a big stretch. Good. So that was the warm-up that I had in mind. We're going to move on to a section that I call heat building. Hopefully you've built a little bit of heat already. But this we're gonna do, it's basically sun salutations if you're familiar with yoga. If not, don't worry, just follow as best you can. And I'm gonna change it up a little bit as we go. So we'll do our best here with this music that's unfamiliar to me. So we're gonna be at the top of the mat here. We're gonna inhale the arms up and then fold forward. Half lift, really lengthen out your body here, and then melt all the way to the floor. Plant your hands, get yourself to a plank, and then drop to the knees. We're gonna do some tricep push-ups here, and I want your arms to be squeezing against your body. So we're just gonna do 4 of them. We're going down and up, so on the knees. Because our triceps are kind of tiny muscles. We haven't warmed them up yet, so I don't want you to do them on your toes, even if you're really strong. Let's do 1 more. And then go into a downward dog. So we're here in a triangle position. We're just gonna crouch the knees here. So we're gonna crouch the knees and lift. We'll do 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. The right leg comes up by the right hand goes in the sky, and we're just gonna move here. A big generous movement with the hips. Just kind of loosening everything up. And then put the arm down. We're gonna stay here. The foot should be right up by the hand. If not, that's something you wanna work towards. Let's switch feet to the other side. So the left leg is forward, left arm is up. If you've got your right forward, that's okay. And then hand goes down. Maybe you get a little lower with the hips. Let's go through that 1 more time. So let's switch sides. Arm goes up. A lot of space here, reaching towards the ceiling, space in the shoulders. And then the arm comes down, and we're still just moving the hips, loosening up the hips. Switch legs. Arm goes up. And we're still moving through it, moving through the hips. Arm comes down. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and stand up at the top. We're going to inhale up and fold forward. Half lift. And then get yourself to plank. You can go to your knees if you want, or you can stay on your toes. We're gonna do 1 tricep push-up or chaturanga. Up into an upward dog and holding it here. If you wanna have your knees off the mat, you can, you don't have to. So take a breath here. And then we're going into a downward dog. So your body's in that triangle position, heels are pointing towards the floor. If you want, you can pedal your legs a little bit. And then let's go ahead and step it in. And we'll try to do that a little bit faster. So we inhale up and fold forward. Half lift and to plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga down. Upward dog, right away, downward dog. And step back in. We'll do that 1 more time. My AirPods keep falling out here. Inhale up and fold. Half lift, back to plank. Knees or toes here, we drop down. Bring it up, downward dog, and then step in. Let's do a few lunges, just regular lunges. So we're gonna go down and up. We'll do 4 here. I kind of do these cartoon arms because they help me balance. And then switching sides, down and up. I don't care how deep you're going here. As long as you're moving, you're doing great. All right, let's do another sun salutation. So we'll inhale up. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Half lift, go to plank, stay in your plank. Raise 1 leg and lower it. Raise the other leg and lower it. Downward dog, and then step back in. We'll do the same thing again. Inhale up and fold. Half lift to plank. Raise the left leg, lower, right leg, lower, downward dog, step in. Do those lunges again. So we got 4 on one side, and then 4 on the other side. Good. And then we'll do one more version of a sun salutation. We inhale the arms up, fold forward, half lift, 2 planks, knees or toes here, chaturanga down, upward dog, downward dog. From here, right leg goes in the sky, pull it all the way through. So you're in a lunge, stand up on it, and we're moving. Pulsing up and down here. If you want a little extra, you can raise your arms. And then hold it low. If you want your arms up, you can. Just makes your heart work a little bit harder. And let's stand up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale and fold. Half lift. Back to plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga down. Upward dog. Downward dog. This time the left leg goes in the sky. Pull it forward. So you're in that lunge. Stand up on it. And we're moving here. Again, if you want to raise the arms, you can. It just makes it a little harder. And then hold it low. Just taking a breath here. All right, how that goes is your hips want to stay facing forward, whatever forward is for you. You cross one leg behind and go down. So it's not a huge cross behind. It's just kind of right behind, like you're on a tightrope. We'll do those pulsing and we'll do them not pulsing. So we're going to start though just with some traditional squats. So feet about hip distance apart. We're just going to squat here a few times. You can put your arms in the air if you want to challenge, but you don't need it. You're going to be challenged enough. Do a few more here. I like this music. Let's go into lunges. So we'll go the right leg back first. Actually, the way I'm facing you, I'm going to do this leg first. So it's just down and up. Just single lunges. I like to do these arms again to help me balance. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, you can go down and lift, down and lift. We'll do 2 more, but you don't need to. You can also just tap. Now we're going to stay there and pulse it. So we're going to pulse for 3 and up. 3 pulses and up. 2 more. And last one. And now let's go into those bowlers. I'll face you for that. So we bowl and tap. I call them bowlers. Sometimes they're called curtsy squats. Like bowling because you can bowl. And then if you want a little extra challenge here, you can lift like that. So lifting to the side. It's harder. So it's up to you. And then let's pulse. So 3 pulses and to the side. We've got 2 more. And last one. Good. And then back to those squats. So it's just a regular squat. This is our transition. We're going to do all the same stuff on the other side now. Simple moves, but definitely not easy. And we'll do 1 more here. Other leg goes back. So it's single lunges here. And again, if you want the challenge, you can lift. But you don't have to. Just extra credit. And then let's do those pulses. So we'll pulse for 3 and up. Good. I don't know about you, I'm definitely breathing hard. So I hope that you are too. Last one. And I'll face you for this. We're gonna curtsy and tap. And then if you want the extra challenge, you can lift. There's a few more here. And then let's pulse. And tap, pulse. 2 more like that. And last one. Back to those squats. Ooh, I got stuck. Just simple squats here. We're going to repeat the whole thing, but we'll shorten it a little bit. Okay. Front leg is going back. We're just going to do 4 lunges. And then we'll do the pulse 2 times. So 3 pulses and up, 1 more. And then into the curtsy. We've got 4 here. And then the pulsing version. And up, 1 more. And then back to the squats. So we're just kind of transitioning our legs to the other side. We'll do 4 more of these. And then the other side. And then I'll give you a little break. So other leg goes back. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we pulse. That's a pulse. And up, 1 more pulse. And then we bowl or curtsy like that. And pulse there. And up, 1 more. Good, okay. First we'll start at the back of the mat. Roll our bodies down, walk to the front, do 3 push-ups. We'll walk it back, round up to the top, and then squat. Then there's 4 moves in this section. The first one I call a flight. So you're in a crescent lunge, so your back heel is lifted. Your body is forward, your arms are back, like you're about to take off into flight. So we're back here, and circling the arms. Back, circle. And the next move will be a warrior 3. So you just kind of gently launch your body forward and try to balance here. If you don't want to balance today, you can have your toe on the floor. Arms wise, this is the easiest version. That's a little harder. And that, like a Superman version, that's the hardest. So it's up to you which kind you want to do. From there, we're going to dive forward. Hopefully my AirPods will stay in my ears. We're going to dive forward for a 3-point balance. So you can stay here if you want, or you can open it up into this half moon pose. The last move, we put the foot down kind of behind and do a partial squat and then a stretch. I'm going to call that a connector. So I'm going to take 1 more sip and then we'll start on that. So we're starting this one at the back of the mat. Take a big breath. I need that cue as well. I need a big breath. Let's roll ourselves down. Walk it all the way forward. You can be on your knees or toes here. 3 push-ups. We go down and up, down and up. 1 more. And then walk it all the way back. Round to the top. And then everybody squat and put your hands up. We'll do that 1 more time. Rounding all the way down. Walking it forward. 3 push-ups, knees or toes here. 1, 2, and 3. This time, get yourself into a downward dog. The right leg goes up in the sky. That should feel good right there. And then bring it all the way through. So you're in that lunge. You're rising up into flight. And then circling the arms. We fly. Circle the arms. Then going into that balance of the warrior 3. So you probably want to pick a spot on the floor. Use that to help you balance. Take a breath. From here, we dive forward. We're now in this 3-point balance, trying to get to standing splits. If you want to, open it up. From there, with control, dropping that back leg down and reaching towards the floor for that mini squat into a stretch. Again, squatting down into a stretch. From there, let's go back to the beginning again. So we're going to fly and circle. Fly and circle. Rising up into that warrior 3. Taking a minute to center yourself. Diving forward into that 3-point balance. If you would like to. Opening it up. Oop, I'm falling. From there, leg goes down, we squat and stretch. Squat and stretch. We're gonna go through it one more time on that side. So we fly and circle, fly, circle, rising up into that warrior three. I don't know about you, my glute is definitely feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and dive it forward. If you want, you can open it up. Dropping that back leg with control, squatting down, and stretch, and squat, and stretch. Beautiful. Give your leg a shake. We're going to do the whole thing on the other side, starting with that push-up sequence. So again, we'll round down, walk it forward, do 3 push-ups, walk it back, rise to the top and squat. And then we'll do it again and go into all the same moves on the other side. So take a breath, plug in your AirPods, and let's round it all the way down. Walk it forward. 3 push-ups here. I'm on my knees, but you can be on your toes if you want. Walking it back. Rounding all the way to the top. Put your hands in the air and squat. We'll round down again. Walk it forward. 3 push-ups here. Forward, down, and up, down, and up. 1 more. This time, get yourself into a downward dog. Left leg goes into the sky. Feel that stretch. And pull it through for a lunge. The back heel is up. We're in flight. And circle. Flight. And circle. Rising into that warrior three. I'll tell you right now, this is my harder side. So I may fall, which is okay. Now diving forward into that 3-point balance. Trying to feel that stretch. And then if you want, opening it up. And then with control, dropping that back leg into that squat. And stretch. Squat. And stretch. Beautiful. Back to flight. And circle. Ooh. Falling all over the place on this side. Into warrior three. So we're just trying to float up if you can. And then diving forward. Really trying to get into standing splits. Opening it up if you want to. Dropping the leg down. We're going down and stretch. Down and stretch. We'll go through the whole thing one more time and then we'll move on. So we're back to flight. Circle. Flight. Circle. Forward into warrior three. Holding it here. Tell your glute it can do it, it can do it. Diving forward. Feeling that stretch. Opening up if you want to balance. Dropping that back leg behind. Squatting. And stretch. And squat. And stretch. And then whoop, shake out that side. There are 2 sections. There are 4 moves per section. And we'll do them, well, I usually go by counts, but to this music, we're just gonna go on vibes. I'll demo the moves before we start, and then we'll go through it. So the first move is gonna be a warrior 2. So this time the back heel is down and the front leg is bent. You can go deeper than I am if you want to, but this is where I am today. This is warrior 2 with the arms out like this. We're gonna raise the arms up and lower. That's the first move. Second move, you angle your hips more forward, push your arms, and then float back into a reverse warrior. So again, we're pushing as if we're pushing through something heavy, and then floating into reverse warrior. From there, we're gonna turn both feet to the side. We're gonna do a lunge to this side, a lunge to this side, and then a nice rainbow over the top. What I don't want you to do is put your knee really far forward. What you want to do there is get your butt back. So like this and not like that. The last move of this section You're going to turn your knee again to face forward, your foot and your knee. And it's a right angle pose. So you can either have your elbow resting on your leg, or you can have your hand on the floor. Either way is good. And we'll just hold this for a little bit. The second section, we're going to have a low lunge. So it's just right here. The back heel is up. Your hands are on the floor. You can move if you want to. From there, that front leg is going to come up into a single leg downward dog where we open the hip and bend the knee. So right now, if I look under my armpit, I can see my foot. That's kind of what I want for you. From there, we're going to take this leg and try to get it to the opposite elbow and then back up. If that's not something that you can do today, I get it. It's a hard move. You can bring your knee to the center. You can also bring your knee to the same side, or you can just keep your leg up in that single leg downward dog and meet us later. The last move in this section, we're coming from here. We're just going to put our leg forward and be in a pyramid pose. So both the legs are straight. You can have your hand on your shin, on your thigh, or on the floor, whatever feels good for you. So this is not a fast section. We're going to go through it pretty slowly. It might feel fast if you're used to how regular yoga is. But for what we've been doing so far, it's a little bit slower. So let's just get started. I think my AirPods stay in. We're going to start in that warrior two. So the back heel is down, the foot is diagonal, front knee is facing forward. We're lowering into it and lifting up. We lower and lift. We'll do two more. Lower and lift and lower and lift. Now we push the hips to the front and push the arms. We push forward, float the arms back. So right now my upper body is moving, my lower body is staying still. Let's do two more. We push through something heavy and then float very light. Front leg stays bent. One more push and float. Now turning your foot to the side. We're going from the front to the back and then a big slow rainbow over. Again, it's to the front, to the back, and over. If you don't reach the floor, that's okay. You can stay high and then go over. If you have it in you, though, you can drag along the floor. Front, back, and over. Now we change the leg again. This time we're in a right angle pose. So I'll show you from the side. In theory, this leg is at a right angle. That's why it's called that. Your arm is straight up. You can have your elbow on your leg, or you can have it down on the floor. Both are good options. You want to create a lot of space between your shoulders and space in your neck. So I don't want it here. I want there to be space. Beautiful. And then let's go back to the top. I'm just going to get back on my angle here. So we're lowering in warrior two and lifting. We'll just do it 2 times. And up, change to the front. We push forward, float back. Push forward, float back, changing your feet to the side. We go to the front, to the back, and rainbow, and front, and back, and reach. And then changing your foot again into that right angle. We're going to go through this one more time. So we're back to the warrior two, and lift, and lower, and lift, facing the front. We push heavy, float light, push heavy, float light. Feet to the side. We go to the front, to the back, and think about your core here, really extending through the core. Front, back, and lift. Change your feet again into that right angle pose. So we're going to move on to the second section now. So all you're going to do is flip your body towards the floor, pick up that back heel, and then if you want, you can rock here. It's up to you. You don't have to. All right. Next move, we're going to take that front leg and sweep it up into the sky and then open the hip, bending the leg. So it should feel a stretch in your hip here. And just breathing here. We're going to straighten that leg again, square the hips, bring this knee to the opposite elbow and back up. And if you want to go to the center, you can, and back up, or you can go to the same side And up, let's do one more. And then pulling that leg through, nice straight leg here into pyramid pose. So this should feel like a stretch in the back of the leg. You can have your hands on your lower leg or the floor. Just don't push them on your knee. We don't want to have your knee go backwards. Breathing here. And we'll go through that again. We'll cut it in half a little bit. So back to that low lunge. So I picked my back foot, my back heel up. Just rocking here. Planting the hands. Leg goes up in the sky, bending and opening. Take a breath. Straighten it back out. We go to the opposite elbow and back up one more time. Elbow. And step and pull it through for that pyramid pose. Called a pyramid because your legs are hopefully in a triangle. If your leg isn't totally straight, that's okay. And let's go back to that low lunge. So adjusting that back foot. Taking a breath here. Planting the hands. Up and open. Bending the leg, flexing the foot, opening the hip. Taking a breath. That leg straightens up. Let's bring it to the opposite elbow. And up, one more. Pulling it through to pyramid. Straightening it here. Now we're going to combine both sections together. So we're starting from the very first move. It's that warrior two. So go ahead and rise up. And then we lift. Back to that warrior two. And lift. Hips go forward. We push and float. And push and float. Feet face the side. We go front, back, and over. And front, back, over, and then right angle. Taking a breath here. Moving on to the second section. Twist your body, lift your back heel. You can rock here if you want to. And then that leg goes up into the sky. We open it up, bend the knee. Take a breath. Straighten it back up, bring it to the opposite elbow. And back up one more time. Pull it through for a pyramid. And just breathing here. You made it through that side. Go ahead and step forward and round it up. So we're just going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Sometimes it can feel a little bit confusing when we switch sides. That's okay. We're just all doing our best. So right now my left leg is forward, or whichever leg you didn't already use. The back leg is pretty far back. We're bent here. We're going to lower and lift. And lower and lift. We'll do two more. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Now we push forward. Push heavy. Float light. Your front leg stays bent this whole time. We're not going up and down unless you need to. If you need to take a break, you always can. One more. Good. Now we face the other side. You're getting the back view here. We're going to the front, to the back, and then a big reach over. To the front, to the back. Big reach using your core. Front and back. And reach. One more time. Front and back. And reach. This foot changes again to face the front. We're into that right angle. Again, you can have your elbow on your knee, or you can go to the floor. But either way, I want you to have a lot of space in your shoulders. We're not here to really lift it up. AirPods. I don't like this move. Let's go back to that first move. So we're in warrior two, and lift, and lower, and lift. Facing the front now, we push and float, and push and float, changing your feet to the side. We go front, back, over. One more time, front, back, over. Change your foot to face the front again. And we're in that right angle, reaching to the sky. space in the neck. And we'll go through it one more time. So rising into that warrior two, and reach, and lower, and up. Change your hips to the front. We push forward, float back, push forward, float back. Change your feet to the side. We go front, back, over, front, back, over. Change your foot again into right angle, taking a breath here. We're about to move on to our second section. So we are turning to face the leg, adjusting that back heel. If you want, you can rock back and forth here. If not, just take a breath. Now we want to plant your hands, get that left leg up in the sky, and open it to the side. We want your hips nice and open. Taking a breath here. Feeling the stretch. And straighten that leg back out. Let's bring it to the opposite elbow. And back up. We've got 4. You can take the other options if you want to. To the elbow. And back. Last one. And pulling it through for a pyramid. Trying to get your leg as straight as you can so you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Again, your hands can be on the thigh, on the shin, or on the floor, just not on the knee. Take a breath here. Let's adjust the feet back to that low lunge. Again, if you want to rock here, you can. That leg goes up in the sky. And open. Nice open hips. And then straighten it back out. We bring it across and up one more time. Across and up. And then pull it through that pyramid stretch. Taking a breath, we're going to go through that one more time before we combine both sections. So adjusting your body back into that low lunge. You can rock here if you want. Plant the hands, leg goes in the sky, open, bent knee, flexed foot. Straighten it back out. We bring it across and up one more time. And pull it through for pyramid. We're going to start from the top, from the first section. So take one more breath here in pyramid. And then let's rise up into warrior two. And we lift. We lower and lift. Shift your hips. Push forward, float back. Push forward, float back. Good. Change your feet. Going to the front, to the back, and over, to the front, to the back, over. Change your knee so it's facing forward. Into right angle. Take a breath here. Space in your shoulders. Adjust yourself into low lunge. Rocking if you want to. Plant your hands. Leg goes in the sky and opens. Bent knee, bent foot. Straighten it back out. Bring it across and up and across and up, and pull it through for our last pyramid pose. Just breathing here, indulging in that stretch. And then go ahead and step to the top and roll up. So I'm just going to take you through some stretches now. So sitting on the floor, let me see if I can adjust my screen so you can see it a little better. There we go. So we'll start just in a butterfly position here. So your feet are together. They're kind of open like a book. Knees are open. If you want, you can push down. I tend to be pretty open here. If you're up here, that's totally cool. We're just pushing down. And then we're going to make semicircles with our head. So we're kind of pressing forward and back, just from side to side here. Beautiful. I want you pressing with your lower back rather than rounding your body forward. So I still want your chest nice and lifted. We're kind of pressing with the low back. Beautiful. Go ahead and sit now however's comfortable for you. And we're going to inhale the arms up. And then really press the hands together, really press hard to activate your muscles here. And then open it up to a nice stretch. Trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. From here, go ahead and twist to one side. You can place one hand on your knee. And we're not trying to yank anything, but just being nice and gentle, trying to wring out our spines a little bit. And then come back to the middle. We'll do that same thing again. So inhale the arms up. And then really press together. Feel that in your chest that you're pressing. And now open it up. So really trying to feel that expansion along your chest here. And then we'll twist to the other side. So nice and tall here. And gentle. Now we'll do that one more time. So inhale the arms up. Press together. And then open. This time I want you to grab onto your knees and pull yourself round. So from the side, I'm kind of trying to make my spine as round as possible. And I can kind of move with it here. So whether you want to feel that stretch in your shoulders or in your lower back, or you can move it all around. This feels really good. This is one of my favorite stretches, and it's pretty simple. Beautiful. All right, let's move into the legs a little bit. So go ahead and spread your legs to a wide straddle. We're gonna first go to the middle. So however low you can go is good. We're just taking a breath here. Then we're gonna go ahead and go to one side, facing the leg here. So same thing, I want you pressing with your lower back rather than rounding your body. So I want your chest kind of lifted, but really pressing with that lower back. So hopefully you feel it in the leg. And then let's go ahead and open up so that you feel it in the side of your body here. You can do whatever you want with that bottom arm. Some people like to have it out. I like to have it in. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're feeling here a little bit of a twist, your armpit is facing up. And then let's go ahead and go through the middle to the other side. So again, we're facing the leg to start. We're pressing with the lower back here. Taking a breath. And then we'll go ahead and open up on this side. So same thing, a little bit of a twist so your armpit is facing up. And then whatever you want to do with the bottom hand is good. I'm going to keep my AirPod in place here. And then go back to the middle and see if you're a little bit lower than you were at the beginning. You probably are. I know I am. And then go ahead and round that back up. Put your leg forward now. The other leg, I want it bent. The knees are close together. Hopefully you can see. Knees are close together. The heel is right outside my butt here. And I'm just going to lean back and press this hip up until I feel a stretch in the leg right here. A lot of times this stretch is done standing up. So we're just doing a version where we don't have to balance. We did plenty of balancing today. And breathing into it. Feeling it right here in the front of the leg. And then go ahead and take that leg, place it on top of your other leg. You can have your knees kind of closed or they can be more open. And we're just leaning forward here. So I want you to feel a stretch in the hip or the glute of the top leg. And we're all gonna look a little different here. I tend to go pretty low, but even if you're up here, that's great as long as you're feeling it. All of our hips are shaped a little bit differently, so we're all gonna look a little different here. That should feel really good. We did a lot with our glutes today. And breathing. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So now that top leg is in the front. The other leg, the knees are close together, heel is right next to the butt, leaning back, and then pressing this hip up so that you feel it in the front of the leg here. Hopefully it feels good. This one, it's hard to see if someone is feeling it or not. You just have to know yourself. Find your spot. And then taking that same leg Putting it on top of the other leg. Your knees can be next to each other or a little bit more open. And then leaning forward so you feel it, the glute and hip of that top leg. Just breathing here. That feels, to me, feels really good. Hopefully it does to you as well. And then go ahead and come back up. Let's pay a little bit of attention to our upper body. So take one arm across, bring it across for a shoulder stretch. I don't want you up here though. I want your shoulder nice and low. You can give yourself a little pet if you want to remind it that this is the part that's stretching. Beautiful. And then bringing it up into a tricep stretch. You can grab on top, or if you want to, you can grab underneath like this, whatever feels good to you. But you want to be feeling it on the tricep here. Sitting up nice and tall and breathing, never holding our breath. And we'll do the other arm. So take it straight across. Keeping the shoulder away from the ear. Nice. And then pulling that into that tricep stretch. Again, sitting nice and tall. Nice and lengthened. And drop the arm. We'll do a couple of neck rolls. So head over to one shoulder, bringing it to the middle, and then to the other side. And we'll just do semicircles to the front. And then if you want to land on one side, you can reach the other arm out. And then like you're petting a very, very small little critter here, wiggling the fingers to activate it. And then rolling to the other side. And again, reaching out, petting a little small puppy. And then back up. And then my time is about up, but I'll just take you through a couple of breaths with me. So go ahead and inhale the arms up. And if you can, give a big loud sigh on the way out. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale up. And a big loud sigh. We'll do that 2 more times, but this time close your lips so it's a hum. And you should feel it in your face. So big inhale up. And then close the lips, hum it out. And one more time, big inhale up. And a nice hum out.